Hello, and welcome to Investigative Math. F is defined as f of x plus 1 over x times f of 2 over x equals 4. Find the value of f of 3. Now, if you are not familiar with this kind of notation, just know that if you have the function f of x equals 2x plus 3, just for example, and you are asked to find f of 2, to do this, simply plug in 2 for x. So f of 2 will be 2 times 2 plus 3, or 7. Now, by that logic, f of 3 should be equal to f of 3 plus 1 over 3 times f of 2/3 equals 4. And the way I got that is I just plugged 3 in for x everywhere. Okay, so now what I'm going to do is try to find out how this f of 2/3 relates to this f of 3. So to do that, I'm just going to plug in for f of 2/3. So f of 2/3 plus 1 over 2/3 times f of 2 over 2/3 equals 4. Now if I just do some simplifying, this f of 2/3 is going to remain the same. 1 over 2/3 is just going to be the reciprocal of 2/3, or 3/2. And then 2 divided by 2/3 is going to be 3. And all of that equals 4. So if I solve for f of 2/3, it's going to be equal to 4 minus 3 over 2 times f of 3. I just took this 3 over 2 f of 3, subtracted it from both sides, and now it's on the right. Now if I substitute in this for f of 2/3 in our original equation, we get f of 3 plus 1/3 times 4 minus 3/2 f of 3 equals 4. We get something like this. F of 3, and then when we distribute, 1/3 times 4 is 4/3. 1/3 times negative 3/2 f of 3 is equal to negative 1/2 f of 3, and that equals 4. Now we can combine like terms. F of 3 minus 1/2 of f of 3 is just going to be 1/2 f of 3 plus 4/3 equals 4. Now if I subtract 4/3 from both sides, I get 1/2 f of 3 equals 12/3 minus 4/3, which is 8/3. And so 1/2 f of 3 equals 8/3, which means that f of 3 is going to be equal to 16 over 3. Alright, and that does it for this problem. If you need me to clarify anything for you, leave a comment, and I'll get back to you as soon as I can. If you enjoyed this video and found it informative, leave a like, and if you really loved it, make sure to subscribe. I'll see you later.